myself. I'd hope to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play the season. I spent hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I'm feeling. I want to thank everyone who has had my back through all this uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. And the way the fans continue to show up for me and for the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I'm so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim our spot.
The WNBA just got hit with a brutal reality check, and it spelt life without Caitlin Clark. Ratings nosediving faster than the league's credibility. Ticket prices plummeting like the hopes of every franchise, not named the Indiana Fever.
So it's official. The most heartbreaking news for Indiana Fever fans that could come of the season, but Caitlin Clark will not be returning to the 2025 WNBA season. She took the liberty of posting it herself because there were many people asking to hear from Caitlin Clark, to hear how she felt about the entire situation, because a lot of people felt like it was the front office that was kind of making all of these.
One injury announcement later, and suddenly the WNBA's historic growth slogan feels less like a victory lap and more like something a desperate marketing intern scribbled on a coffee-stained napkin at 3 o'clock in the morning. And now owners aren't just restless. They're in full-blown panic mode because Caitlin Clark, the queen of women's basketball, the player who single-handedly dragged this league into a spotlight, has officially announced she will not return this season.
The WNBA is being largely ignored by the media, largely ignored by sports media, not considered a real professional league, to the point where people didn't even know it existed until CC22. That's just a fact. You can't believe how many times I have people come in the chat and say, I didn't even know that there was a professional women's basketball league until Yeah, it's the facts.
The Indiana Fever can stop pretending. There's a comeback. There's no schedule, no timeline, just a massive gaping hole where the league's biggest star used Tobe. And the ripple effect, it's already tearing through boardrooms, TV deals, ticket sales, and playoff projections. So, buckle in, because this isn't just astery about one player. This is the WNBA, staring down its worst nightmare, surviving without Caitlin Clark.
And Clark saying that she tried to get back on the floor. It appears that she just ran out of time, not able to get enough confidence back in her body as the season wraps up and the playoffs are likely about to begin for Indiana. I mean, it's a gut punch that basically encompasses an entire season of them. The Fever have lost so many players to injury, but obviously none bigger than Clark. And there was such a wait for this second season after her magnificent rookie season. And then, the anticipation of her possibly coming back only for
July 15th, a date that now feels like a doomsday clock for the WNBA. Clark went down with a groin injury, the kind of injury you can't slap a quick time on. The Fever, the front office, tried to keep hope alive. Fans clung to every vague medical update. Day to day, we'll see. No timeline yet. The suspense turned into a cruel guessing game. The league wanted her back desperately. Ticket holders wanted her back. Networks wanted her back.
Supposed to return versus the Minnesota Lynx, supposedly. And then the Scott Agneses and all them start talking about she suffered a bone bruise in Phoenix. I told y'all it was a wrap. It was done. It was done. They knew it. And I believe they've known far longer. They have known. They've kept us fans in the dark, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks. Man, I was so looking forward to watching Caitlin Clark play this season. Now we have to wait an entire offseason, and we don't even know what's going to happen. There might be a lockout. There might not even be a 2026 season.
But behind the curtain, executives already knew this was bigger than a couple weeks off. Then Clark dropped the bomb. I will not be returning to play this season. Boom. Just like that, hope evaporated. And the fallout wasn't just emotional. It was financial devastation on a scale the WNBA had never experienced.
Disaster as far as public perception for the WNBA. An entirely new group of people started tuning in to this league for one player and one player only. In fact, so many new people tuned into this league, the viewership for the Caitlin Clark games largely surpassed anything else going on in the WNBA. I would argue that the amount of Caitlin Clark fans are at least 3x the amount of
Let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. When Caitlin Clark was healthy, the Indiana Fever averaged 1.26 million viewers per game. That's not just good, that's game-changing. But the moment she went down, national TV broadcast skated to 847,000 viewers. That's a 53% drop.